5 rules to improve all of your tricks. 3. Break down one trick into 4 phases. When I watch one trick, I break down the trick into 4 phases to analyze it. 1. Approach. 2. Takeoff. 3. In the air on the jibbing item. 4. Landing. These 4 phases show us which part of the rider made a mistake. For example, each trick is created through all these steps as one process, right? So, if the rider didn't make the trick, the coach can find out the cause of the failure from the first process, which is approach. If the approach was fine, then we look at the takeoff. Takeoff was fine? Okay, now we look into main performance in the air or on the jibbing items. If the rider couldn't draw a proper line in the approach phase, the rider will mess up taking off. So they will mess up in the air or on the jibbing item. So I believe you now understand working on basic skills for approach has the number 1 priority, and skills for taking off as second, and skills for main performance is third in priority to gain solid basic skills. Okay, let's look into each of these phases a little intently. 1. Approach. As you know, it's from the start to taking off. Straight air is just going down straight in this phase, so pretty simple. But approaching for a spin, you need to turn to get a solid base before takeoff, while your weight is on the edge. So riders, but not racers, want solid turning skills in free riding. So you should have a stable balance and turning skills on bumps, in the trees, carving, and ungroomed terrain. If you're good at carving turns, you are good at approaching to the park item as well. Also, you can try approaching the jump with narrower turns anytime you feel improvement, so your body axis won't move too much right to left, so you will get better stability for taking off. When you approach the jump, the slope is going downhill, but the jump will lift you up, so it's pointing uphill. This angle change will trick your timing and balance as well. As many of my students, beginner and some intermediate level riders, typically start getting low when jump starts pushing them up, I can understand that it's preparation for them to pop, but the crouching position absorbs force from jump and the rider will be compressed. So, to prevent this problem and to keep balance against this force, riders should stand tall as they plant their legs on the ground. Then, riders can also jump higher by resisting the force from the jump. If you can jump this way, you don't need to pop very much. But the jump doesn't have much lip to bring you up, then you can add pop to jump. And we can't ignore talking about speed on approach. It's not always easy to know because snow conditions, weather, temperature, wax, and so on. Here are some tips to help you find your speed on approach. Watch others jumping. Where do they start from? How many speed checks were given? Approach and stop at the lip. When you stop at the lip, check how high and how far you are from landing. Grab a snowball and throw it to the landing. Then examine the line it flew. Approach and stop beside the jump. When you stop beside the jump, check how high and how far from the lip to the landing. Then wait to watch other rider as they hit jumps. When you get right picture, then it's your turn. Try finding a start point where you don't need a speed check. You can add a few speed checks, but don't do it beyond last 10 meters before the lip. You don't want to lose balance during the last 10 meters by changing edges by leaning right and left. So, try to prevent unnecessary speed checks.
Want to learn more with us and want more challenges?
Watch all video tutorials that are only available on our website.
You will get more of the world's best theories to solve your problem and boost your snowboarding skills.
Get the world's best coaching methods based on the coaching of national level athletes.
Boost your snowboard intelligence with us. Snowboard Dojo Wiz, an expert coaching intermediate snowboarders.